Hello everybody, this is Coach D with TackleTrading.com here to help you define support. Support is a price level or a price zone where traders and investors are willing to buy a security, thereby creating demand at that price level, causing the price to stop falling and start rising. Support is an upward movement in price caused by demand. Historic price support levels or historic support resistance zones are key price levels on price charts that tend to act as catalysts for the anticipated change in the direction of price. Price support zones are a naturally occurring part of the price cycle pattern and frequently are a self-fulfilling prophecy. Imagine, if you will, a price floor, a rock bottom price that people just simply can't resist. Support is like that. It's a price floor. And if you can imagine, when prices come down, it's caused by a whole lot of supply in the market. But once supply is outweighed by demand because the price is attractive, well, that will cause prices to stop falling and start rising. So support, in essence, or in a nutshell, is when prices are falling, and demand outweighs supply at the new low price, at the discounted price, and prices rise. We see prices go up. So support is an upward movement in price caused by demand. Now that's important. It's an upward movement in price caused by demand. Not to be confused with historic price levels, key support or resistance zones. Those are just price points of interest that cause the demand that cause the prices to rise. So if you look at a historical price chart, people will identify support and resistance levels, but it's not the historic price zones that cause the price to go back up. It's the demand caused by the interest at that price level. So support is an upward movement in price. Support is just like this elephant jumping on a trampoline. We can easily identify the zone where the elephant should stop falling and start coming back up. But that's a big animal that weighs a lot, and it could very easily crash through that level. It could crash through the trampoline, crash through the floor. So what we look for with support, just like the elephant, is that confirmation to see that prices are actually coming back up. The elephant's actually coming back up off the trampoline. So we're watching for that upward movement in price, and we're making sure that supply is not too heavy to break through that zone, that price zone. We're waiting for demand to confirm that people are buying, driving prices higher. Here is an example of a price chart. This happens to be a chart of oil, but it could be any security. It could be Apple stock, IBM, doesn't matter. We see a key price level here at 65. Now that 65 level is an area where we've noticed prices went from falling to rising. We noticed it test that, and that became support. A couple of days later, it came back down, retested 65, and once again, prices stopped falling and went back up. So we know that that's a strong support zone. Well, here it is several months later, and that support zone, it came back down to 65, and lo and behold, the buyer stepped up and prices rose. So in the future, if the price were to come back down to that zone and we were wondering whether or not that $65 zone was going to become new support, we wouldn't know that until prices actually stopped falling and started to rise. It's that upward confirmation in price that gives us confidence to know that it's time to buy. So support is an upward movement in price caused by demand that tends to happen at known support zones. At old price ceilings, they tend to become new price floors. You'll see that time and time again, where old ceilings become new floors. And we watch for that price action to retest when it comes down and make sure that it's going up before we buy. If you would like to learn more about trading and investing and how you too can find opportunities to buy stocks and options and everything else off of support, come join us over at our community at TackleTrading.com. We're talking about it all day, every day.